Hello, my name is Joseph Carlton. This is the Tabletop Experiment. This is actually just the lab. That's what we call stuff when we do like side stories or different systems. I already did a one-shot with my wife at the Secret World, and I pitched a group, and everybody that here is excited about it, or so they said. So yeah, we got Jesse with us again. Jesse, do you want to tell everybody the class you're playing, not maybe the faction you're with, even though people might remember, but...
I'm doing a Illuminati trickster.
Okay, you can tell people what organization you're with. You don't have to, but I mean, anyway, you can either choose to or not to. That's part of the secret part of the world.
Whoops.
No, it's totally fine. It's fine. Todd, you're with us again. What are you playing? What is your class?
A Punisher.
As a hint, all these are the pre-generated sheets that came with the Kickstarter backer set, which I kickstarted. So, if you have any of this stuff, you probably know what people are playing already. Feyd, you're with us again. What are you playing?
Demolisher.
Yep. See, Jesse, see what they did there? See what they did?
Yeah.
The cover should be behind. You guys should see it in the art. That's what the cover. It's a 5e system, so we don't really need to be brought up to speed on what the rules are, except there's obviously different rules for the Secret World. It's a modern setting, a modern time, and there's going to hopefully be some surprise. It'll be really quick, though. This will probably only be about 2 hours-ish short. So is everybody ready?
Ready.
Can everybody give me an initiative roll? That way I know what order to get in. Again, you could do the D&D Beyond, just do custom rolls. If you don't have an initiative number on your sheet, just base it off your dex bonus. If you have a dex bonus like +1, +2, whatever.
Dex 2. Same initiative as my natural 1 for a 3.
Well, next time, Jesse, just do a custom roll because that might use your stats from Martok or whatever.
But yeah, but the
the bonus would be it'd be the exact same. Okay.
Yeah.
What are we using for the bonus?
It's your dex. If you have a bonus to your dex.
So I got a 17.
Oh, I can see who's going first already. Got a 9.
Yep. Cool.
Todd got a 17, so we'll start with Todd. We're going to make this very simple. Everybody lives in Seattle area, to just make it simple because you may have to hop on a plane. Your contact texts you, Todd, like it's a text like at 2 a.m, and you get woken up, and it basically says that if you go to Will Call at SeaTac, there's tickets waiting for you to take a plane to Missoula.
Montana. All right.
The land of the big sky, as it were.
All right, well.
And I would say you're the type of person that would already have a go bag. You're already ready to go. You know, you're not going to have to pack because this has happened before, I would say.
Yeah.
And just to be clear, just because your faction is located in London, or their headquarters is, they have satellite offices everywhere. So all your contacts aren't going to be like British or from the UK or, Irish or whatever. Some of them are going to be American or, from different parts of the world. Is there anything you would like to prep before you go to Montana? Is there any specific piece of gear you want to take based off your character sheet? I'll let you look over your secret archetypes. If you want to change that, you can now, since you're about to go on a mission.
No, I think, like I said, we'll leave it at what it is right now.
Okay. You go through the thing. You go through the ticketing process. Did you come up with a name for your character so I could write that down?
Mortimer. Nobody suspects a Mortimer.
I mean, they might, because whatever. Do you have a last name? Does Mortimer have a last name, or is it just Mortimer?
Just Mortimer.
Okay. You come to the desk. You pick up tickets, and they're like, "Oh, you see one of the women is like this blonde, very small, skinny blonde, and you recognize her from one of your debriefs from before. And she's like, "Hello, Mr. Mortimer." She hands you your tickets. Not first class, but business. So, yeah. It's Montana. They're not going to blow the bank going all the way to Montana from Washington.
Well, and this is business, so.
Yeah, right. Anything else? Do you want to make a phone call? Check your phone? Anything like that?
I check my phone and see if I've gotten any messages on what's going on, but otherwise, I'm just on the way.
I'm going to send you a text. There, I just sent you a text. We will go to Feyd. Did you come up with a name for your character?
Oh yeah, I already have one.
What's the name?
O'Grady.
It's a noble clan. Okay. All right. O'Grady, you're actually coming back from a scientific physics conference from New York, and you get a text from you get everybody, and I'll just do this as a genre. Every person that is an agent of one of the secret organizations has something called the GhostNet, which is literally just an app you click on your phone, and it turns your phone into a DOS program. So it displays DOS commands. You can break into a lot of secure computer systems, phone systems, stuff like that. You can request a lot of records. O'Grady, the modern O'Grady, you get a text in your Ghost app, just like pops up on your phone, and you get a notification in like that green DOS thing that you're gonna get off the plane's gonna stop in Montana before it was gonna go to Cali. You're going to it was gonna stop in Chicago and then go over to Cali. It's gonna be rerouted to Missoula, and they say that they want you to go to the University of Montana, which is in Missoula, and meet a contact there.
And I guess I will head over to Missoula as well.
You what?
I said I guess I will head over to Missoula as well.
Yeah, you basically just sit on the plane. But yeah. They give you they don't give you his name, but they say he's at the university, and they give you his name actually, because that would be irresponsible. But they give you his name. His name is James Ellis, and then they text you another like directive. So they have one thing, they're like, find James Ellis, basically is the thing, and it comes over the GhostNet, so it looks like DOS. And then they give you one more directive. All right, I just text you. Jesse, you are actually coming back from the same conference that O'Grady was coming from. Since you guys are both Illuminati, can you give me a history check? O'Grady, I need your name, Jesse, for your character.
Locke LeRae.
LeRae?
Yep.
All right. I'm going to need a history check from you, Locke, with advantage. And I'm going to need a history check for you, O'Grady, just a regular roll. Because you guys, I want to see if you guys recognize each other at the conference. If you guys have had debriefs and been around each other.
15.
Okay, 15.
17.
Okay, so here's the rub. You guys both recognize each other. Do you want to pretend you don't know each other? Do you guys want to do a deception check to be like, that's not me, you have me confused with somebody else? Or are you guys okay with you guys knowing each other? Even though you're from the same organization, you don't have to be honest.
I didn't hear him.
Yeah, what was that?
I said, I'm probably not going to say anything or point them out or
Okay.
attention.
What about you, Jesse?
I'll approach him.
Okay. Yeah, you guys are
and
like
not
it's
say
like you.
anything.
It's like
I'm
you.
just kind of like tip my hat, like
Is
that.
it like you're going to the bathroom and he's seated on the plane and you just tip your hat?
Yeah, I'm just like, hey, but
So
I don't say anything.
so you guys recognize each other. I mean,
Yeah.
you've seen each other because you rolled high enough. You both recognize each other, but you don't have to say anything. But you were at the same conference, so.
Yeah, I'm just like, signal.
So I'm gonna send you a text, Jesse, like as you're walking down the aisle, and O'Grady the Modern is checking it. You hear his phone go off. I don't know if it's on silent or whatever on airplane mode. Airplane mode doesn't matter for the secret world. They will send you a text. They don't care about airplane mode. Jesse, you're about to get a text.
Okay.
All right, just sent you a text.
Okay.
The plane lands. Everybody roll a d20 for me. Just a custom d20 roll.
That would be a 1.
16.
10.
16, O'Grady. You get off the plane first. 10, Jesse, you're in the middle. Todd, sorry you got stuck behind everybody that put their bag in the wrong spot. People that are like putting their stuff way down.
Oh, you mean normal?
Yeah, you're like, what? I'll just wait. So everybody gets out. Since both O'Grady and Locke are with the Illuminati, you guys come out of like baggage claim, and I'd say probably not even. You probably don't even bags. You just have like go bags, like backpacks. You guys come out, and you guys both see men in cars that have they have little placards with your guys' name, and they're parked right next to each other.
Nice.
And
like I'm supposed to be.
yeah, like it's got your little name plaque. Like when you approach the car, they open the door, they take your bag, and they both. It's like this weird unison thing where they both nod in unison, and you guys take off. Todd, you get there, and you get out of the baggage area, and there's literally a Rolls Royce waiting for you. And it's the guy's got like a felt or a cloth version of Jesse's hat, and he's like, "Sir," and he grabs your bag and leads you in. And I'll just keep the same initiative order. Todd, you get in, and he says, "Have you been briefed?" Like as you guys are driving.
So just the basics.
Well, it shouldn't take that long to get to the university. Is there anything you want to do? Anywhere you want me to stop?
Nah. Go ahead and figure out what's going on.
His dorm is the Dimwald dorm.
His dorm is the Dimwall dorm. Okay. And do we know anything about what's going on with him? Why we're getting the...
He's how long have you been doing this?
For a little while. I mean, I'll say like 5 years.
That's a while. You're not dead yet.
Yeah.
You haven't died. He says, "Oh, do you know what an Inema well is?"
No.
Well, he knows how to find them, and they're very important to us, but to everybody.
Gotcha.
There isn't that many left.
So he's a golden goose.
To a lot of people, yes, and maybe the wrong people. And the driver just drives after that or whatever. Now you can mess with your phone or whatever, but I'll go to O'Grady. In your car, your driver is like, "Sir, did anybody speak to you? Did you get any envelopes or anything?"
Just a text message.
Do you know who you're looking for?
Yes.
Well, he's at the university. We're going there now. We believe one of the other organizations is also en route, along with the. And he grins a little bit. He's like, "Coworker?"
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that.
He's like, fair enough. Do you want me to stop anywhere before we get to the university? It shouldn't take long.
Oh, let's just go straight to the university.
Okay. All right.
Fair.
Do you want to cover or anything, or are you just going to walk around campus?
Just walk around campus.
I was told to tell you he's in the dim wall dormitory.
All right, well, now I know
That's the name of it. Okay, you guys go. Locke, you get in, and your driver, as you're driving there, he just reaches behind him and throws like one of those manila, sealed envelopes with the tine or whatever. So you have to like untie it, and it's got like files in it and stuff like that.
Yes.
It's got pictures of him, of this guy, James Ellis. He's a pretty good looking kid. He's like 19, pretty athletic, brown hair, glasses. All the pictures they have for him on campus. So everything he's wearing is like the welcome campus attire, like University of Montana shirt, like khakis, sweats. It's like him coming from the gym. Him like at the coming from the gym or in the gym working out, or him like the telescoped camera of him studying in his room, or like him on a date or something.
So his room, does it show like the specific areas he frequents?
Yeah, it shows like he mostly like studies outside, like when the weather permits in Montana. And this is spring, by the way. I don't know if that matters to you guys, but it's spring, and he's outside mostly. And he's very popular. All the pictures are like zoomed in, and he's always around people, unless he's in his room studying. And you see the picture of the dim wall dorm, but it looks like really dingy and dirty. Like the campus looks like most of it has been remodeled. And there's like, one of those welcome to the University of Montana maps that they give you. And so that's in the care package of information you have. And so it's like they give you a campus map and all this. And then they have a picture of, it's like this, it's literally like a painting, but you roll it up like a scroll. I mean, we played D&D, but it's like this ancient thing, and it looks like this circle that like, it looks like it's a painted grove, and like in the circle is glowing gold, and so it's like, it looks like a well that goes down, but it's got like light around it. And as you look at the thing, you notice that it does that weird photographic thing where when you move, you see light hit the paint in a way where it like glitters. So it's like slightly moving, like it's been enchanted or something. I mean, you are a mage as well, so it's almost like a moving picture. So like you can move and see like the wind kind of blow through the trees with this weird scroll. And you notice your driver isn't talking or anything. He's just driving. Unless, and he just, the only thing he says is, after you read it, probably 10, 15 minutes, he says, do you want to stop anywhere before we go to campus? Or do you want to go straight there?
I think, probably just straight to the campus.
Okay.
Or if we pass by, is there a church around?
Oh, yes. And he hands you a pamphlet for a church called the Morning Light. And he said they've just come into town. They're doing a lot of outreach on campus. It's near, they do that all the time where religious organizations set up tents and, booths on campus, Yeah. And they've set up a booth on campus that occasionally gets set up on the weekends, especially Sunday, where they try to do outreach to the youth, try to get them. They're very Christian leaning. So.
Very nice. Oh, let's stop there.
Oh, he says, he's like, we'll see if the booth is available. Like, they set up at different times, but you're getting there like midday, so they may have set up or not. So, yeah. We'll go back to the top of the order. Todd, you get on campus. Oh, I'm sorry, Mortimer. You get on campus and you get out. I take it you just have a backpack or a briefcase, right?
Yeah, good backpack.
Now, I've physically been around the University of Montana. I've never been on campus. So I apologize to everybody that's watching this that is not how the campus is laid out. I looked at a map and aerial shots of the campus. But you walk onto like central campus and people are walking around. You see people coming, it's like midday. People are coming from lunch. A lot of people around here. As you're kind of looking around, your phone vibrates. Do you have the ringer on in your phone? Are you one of those people? Or do you have it on silent or...
Vibrate.
Your phone vibrates and you look and the ghost net, which I described, you see an alert from that come off, and then it loads like a picture app. So like it's like working backwards where the ghost thing works. Then it opens a picture app like on your phone, like whatever your Android, whatever of choice, and you see a picture of James in his room studying with, you got the information of the dorm room, and then it says like there's a timestamp on it, and it says that this was only probably an hour ago he was in his room studying.
Okay, so I'm kind of looking around, seeing which direction I need to go to the dorms, and I'm
Okay.
heading in that direction.
Okay. It'll take you a little bit to like weave through. It looks like class is out or lunch or something, So there's a lot of students. You're kind of weaving through. It's almost like a comedy of errors. O'Grady and Locke. Both of your guys' cars pull up at exactly the same time, and you guys get out probably 2 or 3 cars back from each other because other people are pulling in, dropping people off, and stuff like that. So you kind of like park on the side, and your cars pull away. Like, right when you get out, both of your guys' drivers are like, be careful, and make sure that nobody else is watching us. And you guys get out. And you guys see each other again right on the street, right before you're about to walk on campus. Both you guys kind of like lock eyes, as the cars pull away. As your guys' yeah.
Does my I have a gaming set, I guess, that I was hoping that includes a deck of cards or something like that.
Of course, you're an arcane trickster. The art for your guys flipping cards like Gambit, I would imagine you would have a deck of cards on your character.
And I like to take a card out and approach my little buddy there.
All right. You're like tightening your bag, O'Grady, and you see, and you know you saw him at the conference. You don't know his name, but you've seen him before.
And I'll be like, I'll put the deck out and I'll say, pick a card, any card.
Just look up and weird ass look. Make it hard.
Like, do I know you? Something like that?
Like, what are you up to?
Like, what's your angle? What's your thing?
Yeah.
What's the angle? No, nothing. I'm just checking you out. Checking out everything else too.
Well, I guess I'll pull a card. I don't know what that is.
We got to finish the trick, right? You can't leave them hanging.
And I say, I don't know if I think this is exactly true. I was trying to figure it. I'll go.
You've
just
described magic card tricks. I haven't really thought this through, but we'll see if this works out.
We'll see if it works out, and then I will say like put it back in the deck anywhere in the deck.
What
like,
what do you want your card to be, O'Grady? Text me actually. Don't say it out loud. Text me what you want your card to be. See if I'll get it. Now here's the deal. What's your intelligence, Locke?
13.
Do you get any bonuses like +1 or something like that?
+1, yeah, to intel.
Okay, give me an intelligence check with your +1.
Okay.
So I'm gonna send this to you, and these are the choices you get based on your intelligence check if you're gonna try to guess his card. So I've given you several answers here. You have to pick. So I'll send it to you.
Okay. And when he so there's a bit of a trick to it.
Give me a sleight of hand check actually while you're shuffling the cards.
Yeah, sleight of hand. My sleight of the dex, so it's +2. That's the same as my actual character. Natural 2022.
A natural 20. Uh,
And what I do is I put a tiny amount of like pocket sand on the cards and I
well,
cover it
you
so
roll.
it's
Well,
rolled.
what I was gonna say is you rolled a nat 20, so
Uh-huh.
take away the very last one I did with the 4 in it. Take that away, and then now you're down to 2. You have 2
Got it.
choices.
All right. And yeah, and then I will kind of put the deck and I have my little bit of sand on it or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I'll kind of throw the deck on the ground. What happens is that the sand makes the top card roll off completely as it kind of spreads out.
Okay.
And I'll go and I'll grab the one that's on the top.
And which one? Which one do you grab?
I grab the
You have 2
second
choices.
one. So I'll say I'll grab the second one. And I'll say, is this your card?
Well, you can tell him now that you're flipping it over. What is the second card?
And the second card's the 9 of hearts.
Nope. And then I
Nope.
walk away.
Oh, man. Make them lose them. I'll gather my cards back up.
There was going to be more choices, but you rolled a nat 20, so on the sleight of hand. So
Yeah.
You're like, damn, I'll get it. Even though you can like literally cast spells and like create fire with your hand, you cannot do a card trick to save your life. You're like, I'm gonna have to work on that. I'm gonna have to work on that later. I'm gonna have to go do that. O'Grady, do you Locke? Do you follow O'Grady into the crowd? O'Grady, I take it you just walk across campus to go into the crowd of students or whatever.
Yep. I'm going straight to my target.
Okay.
Out.
Locke, do you do the same? Do you kind of follow him into the crowd?
Yeah. I follow behind him a little bit.
Now, are you guys trying to be? I mean, I'll let you roll a stealth check because you're going into the crowd. But are you trying to take extra attention away from yourselves as you're moving through the crowd, or are you just doing like a normal stealth check?
I'd say I'm trying to blend in,
Okay.
but I don't have a place to like disguise myself or anything.
Okay. I'll just. I forgot to ask you, Mortimer. Are you just going through the crowd? Are you trying to be sneaky to go up to the dorm you're trying to go to, or are you just going to walk up to the front like you own the place?
I'm just going to walk up to the front.
Okay.
Like I own the place.
If
you look confident in what you're doing, people don't tend to.
Well, you guys are all wearing suits. I mean, you're not scrubs, Like maybe if Swami's here, the dragon don't care, and they send them out in like sweatpants. No, I'm kidding. But you guys are all wearing suits. You look distinguished. There is a key card system though, so you have to either sneak your way in. You're the first there, so because you got on campus first. So there's a key card system to get in. The dorms. But give me a perception check. And let me know what you get because my phone keeps turning off. It's not. Hang on, maybe I'll turn it back to D&D Beyond.
Where is?
Oh, there you go.
What would the perception check be under? Or just roll it in.
You could do a custom roll. Your perception check is. It should be your wisdom. It's a wisdom.
Oh.
What do you get?
Okay.
What do you get? A +1?
A +0.
Okay. Well, there you go.
A 10.
This building, although the campus around you has been remodeled, this building looks very old. Like it just got forgotten in the remodel, or the University of Montana ran out of money, or they didn't have a benefactor to donate money. They'll put people's names on buildings all the time at colleges. And it seems like this building got forgot about. This thing looks like it's from the 50s.
Oh. So I tried the door, give it a little nudge.
Are you going to try to break the lock? I mean, you are the Punisher. You can try to bust it if you want.
No, well, I mean, I'm not going to just be like, I'm just, a little turn, little twist, little force.
It's one of those with the thing, and even though it is an old building, they did put a key card on the front. You see people moving in and out, scanning, and people are like, it's a college campus. Some people are going in together. They're letting the door close. They're scanning their card. People are being pretty respectful of the card system. Or, it's hey, I'm, 4 people go in, then the door closes, stuff like that.
So I'm gonna just wait here for a second for the next group to walk through, and then I'm just gonna put my foot in the door.
Nice.
Let them walk away a little bit, and then I'm gonna walk in.
All right. Give me a sleight of hand to see if somebody. Do you need to know what that is?
Yeah.
Sleight of hand is dexterity.
Oh, okay.
What does that mean? Is that just you scratching your back, or does that mean you did really bad?
I got a 6.
You put your foot in the door, and you take a point of damage because someone tries to close the door more on your foot, like they didn't hear it click, so they try to like something's in there like a rock. So just say you take it, like you don't break anything, but it smarts. And they're like, "Oh, I'm so sorry," because you're like, "Grr!" Like when they open the door, like, "Did you want to?" It's like this co-ed brown hair. She's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Did you need to come in and speak to somebody?"
Yes, I do.
Here, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. And she like opens the door. You go up to the front desk. It's really busy. We'll do O'Grady. You are kind of like moving through. You're moving through campus, and you look over and you see. You did get some pictures of James. And you see him like studying. He's like under a tree, and there's a bunch of people around, and everybody's got like their head in a book, basically.
Boy.
And it's like everybody's got like the cafeteria food next to them with the trays. Everybody's eating. They're very quiet. They're very studious. All of them, it's like different people from all over the world, but everybody has got like head down, like there's a final or something.
How do I approach this?
That's a good question. How do you approach this?
I'm just like a big dude.
Yeah.
Suit.
Yeah, I know you are. You do look intimidating. You have a very like button down suit.
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna just walk straight up to him and tell him he needs to come with me now.
Oh. Okay. You walk up. Everybody looks up at you because like the sun is blocked, when you come up.
Tell them to mind their own damn business. Look down. This ain't about them.
Give me an intimidation check, which is intimidation is charisma.
It's not right. +0.
Well,
here we go. Let's see what I get.
3.
All right, so I can just piss everybody off.
He looks at you, he's like, and you notice like he's very studious. He has glasses, like thin glasses, and he gets really serious for a second. He goes, are you with the recruiter?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and give me an insight check. Insight is wisdom.
Five.
You got a 5 total?
Yeah.
Okay. He looks at everybody, and then he goes, yeah, I was expecting you. Come, I'll show you. We'll go up to my room. It's more private. And he starts walking with you, and everybody kind of waves, but they have that weird wave. Like, I don't really get what's going on. Jesse, give me a perception check while you're picking up your cards. Or you're counting your cards as you're going through the crowd because you dropped them, and now you're making sure that,
Perception, which is...
Oh, sorry. It
is
is wisdom. Yeah.
0. So
I guess I
18.
get a +2 on intimidation, but it wouldn't have mattered much.
No, I mean you still rocking single
Oh,
digits
yeah.
with that roll. I don't think. What'd you get? You got 18.
18. Yeah.
You see O'Grady and James go into the dorm like together.
And do I know James?
He was like one. He was the photos. Remember that you were looking at on campus where they took him, where he
Oh,
was like with everybody.
I thought that was Ellis.
His last name is Ellis. He's
Oh,
James Ellis. James Ellis. Yes.
Got it. All right. I was connected the dots.
You're like there's like 4 people I'm looking for. It's like that's his middle name. Like you're probably it's one person. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll follow in stealthily.
Well, remember you did want to go to the booth. The
Oh yes, I'll go to the booth instead. Actually.
Yeah, you do see one of the morning light booths like off campus, you know? It must be like a fair. You know, like they have like religious ones like the Catholic whatever and morning lights there and then it's like disc golf. You know, it's like weird stuff or like, you know, like nutrition and you're like what did all these things have to do with each other? Anyway, you go up to the booth and it is eerie. Everybody there is dressed in like a black denim button-up shirt, men and women alike. They're like maybe a half a size too big. They all have black ties, brown khakis, and black shoes, polished shoes. And they're all sitting there very straight. They have pamphlets in front of them, like the one you got in your manila folder. And they're not talking to each other. They're just literally standing there. And you notice that they blink, so they're human. And they're blinking, but they're just waiting for someone to come up. And you notice the students are just not. And you do see like a co-ed, this big, you'd figure like jock guy, you know, came out of the gym, just ripped, like 19-year-old kid, comes up, grabs a pamphlet and looks at them. They don't even bat an eye. He just looks at the pamphlet, looks at them, and then walks away.
I'll do similar. Go up and grab a pamphlet.
Like there's a woman kind of with her hands flat against the table, like separated. And as you come up, you take the pamphlet. She's like it's like she blinks almost like she wakes up. She's like, would you like to hear more about the morning light? And she's got like a bowl cut, like a brown bowl cut. And
Yeah.
I mean,
it was
this is bad. The fashion,
yeah,
like everything.
Well, listen, it's the one grace I got. It's the one grace I got in losing my hair that I don't have to rock a bowl cut like I did in middle school again. I never have to. I never have to sully the earth with the bowl cut. Look like a medieval friar. It's like the good part about losing your hair when you don't have to commit a fashion crime. But yeah, she actually wakes up for you and it's like, would you like to hear about the morning light?
Sure.
And you see there's 2 other guys. One guy's sitting in a chair behind her, and he's just looking, like sitting straight up in the chair, you know, with his hands on his knees, and he's looking out into campus, and he's blinking, and you see his chest moving, so he's breathing, but there's very little movement. And there's another guy with a pamphlet in his hand, like a couple feet off from the booth where the students are, out where you came in, you know, and you see his hand out, but people are passing him, and he's not motioning. You know, like when you hand a pamphlet out, you're like, morning light, morning light. He's not doing that. He just has the pamphlet straight out, and he's just looking in a direction, and people are like partying around him because, again, they're all wearing the same thing. They're a little creepy.
Okay. I'll ask a question, and I'll say, "How are your parents in the church as well?"
No, they've gone to service, and then the lady, with your passive, it's almost like she finds like her humanity, like she realizes she has to pitch it a little bit, so she gets a little bit more passionate. She's like, I've been trying to get them to go for years, and they've gone to some Christmas services, but they haven't taken the oath yet.
Oh, what's involved with the oath?
Well, you just give your life to the Lord, and He'll save you.
Let's see. Do you Do you live on your own, or you do live with the church?
Oh, we just opened a church in town. It's not 15 minutes from here.
Right. Do you live in the church, or do you have your own life outside the church?
Well, we live near a block away from the church. There's a community housing we have. We all live there.
Interesting. All right. Well, it's been a good talk. Thanks
Okay.
for the play.
Uh,
I'll walk on.
as you walk away, do you give them a look back, or do you just walk away like that was weird? I don't want to. Or do you give
I'll
them
just
the?
walk away. No, I don't look back.
Okay. Um, let's see, Todd. I'm gonna go to you. You are at the desk, and you see people going upstairs, and your phone goes off again.
Okay. I'll look at it.
It says it just says room 305.
Okay. So I'm looking around, and then I'm just gonna slowly start mingling, like moseying up the stairs.
Okay. Trying to look not suspicious.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a stealth check, which is Dex, by the way.
Come on, no whammies.
If we're proficient in it,
Yeah, you add your
yeah,
proficiency. Your
that
secret,
would be one.
your secret archetype sometimes will give you proficiencies and stuff.
Let's see.
It'll say like you're proficient in, sleight of hand, whatever.
No, my proficiencies have no.
Oh, I'm just saying in general. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. And again, this is just a one shot, so
Yeah.
if you
No. So
what'd you get?
what did we?
Stealth. It's a stealth.
Dex, right?
Yeah, it's Dex.
So 16.
Yeah, you get up to the room. People are moving around. Nobody really pays you any mind. You get in front of his room. You see that his room has a key card.
I knock on
Nobody answers.
it. Is there like a sitting area?
Oh yeah, like a little alcove. Yeah, like right down the hall, like two rooms down the hall. There's like one of those little steady alcove areas where the chairs that are very uncomfortable and the table that's wobbly. But yeah, people sit there and do homework. No one's there at it right now.
I'm gonna go walk over there for right now. Sit down.
Okay.
And I will pull out my phone like I'm playing on it, but I'm looking around and
Okay.
everything.
What do you? Oh, you're just looking at everybody, but you're not really. Your phone's like a fake. Basically, you're just holding it in front of your face to make it look like you're playing solitaire or whatever. Or
Yeah.
yeah.
Like I'm sitting here just doing this,
Yeah.
but while I'm doing that, I'm looking past it and actually looking at everybody, looking to see if this person walks up.
Okay. O'Grady, you guys come through the lobby. You go upstairs. He goes to room 305, and you guys come around the corner. Can both of you guys give me a perception check? O'Grady and Mortimer? Sorry, that didn't roll off the tongue that time. I had to think of it.
Mortimer.
Yeah, perception again is wisdom.
15.
All right.
4.
All right. You see, O'Grady, you see a guy just sitting there on his phone in the corner of the alcove, like the little study alcove. Give me, Mortimer, give me a history check with advantage, I'll say.
Is history, which one? Wisdom,
I
intelligence?
think it is, history is intelligence, yes. I should have all these memorized. This is all, but I don't.
16.
You've seen this person that is with James. He's an agent with one of the other organizations. You don't know which one, but you saw him in another thing you were doing a few years ago. So you do know he's in one of the secret societies, but you don't know which one. But you saw him like it's one of those things where you guys were two ships passing a night, and based on the rolls, you caught his face. He didn't catch yours.
Gotcha. I see them.
Go around the corner. O'Grady, he pulls out a key card and he's like, yeah, I can't believe, you guys reached out. I sent the emails and everything. And he kind of looks around and opens key card and lets you in his room and closes the door. His room, once you come in, is immaculate. It's like he used a square and a laser precision. You see he's got like a whiteboard, one of those ones with the wheels on it that you can roll around with like study notes on it and everything. And there's all these equations on it. Before I get into that, before they went in the room, did you want to do anything, Mortimer? Or are you just going to let him go in the room?
No, I was going to stand up and go in that direction.
Oh, go towards the room. Okay.
And go, yeah, because I was going to go, excuse me, Mr. Ellis.
Oh, like right before. So yeah, I'll do this. You guys, right as he's about to close the door, that's when Mortimer comes up. It's like, Mr. Ellis, you guys lock eyes, O'Grady and Mortimer. O'Grady, give me a perception check now that you're like right next to him, looking at him. I mean, face to face, eye to eye.
I still don't recognize him. I got a 2.
What's that weird thing where he's got like just one of those faces. Like, have I seen you on TV? And you're like, absolutely no, I've never been. Like one of those things. Like, aren't you on that morning show? It's like, no, I'm not on the thing. What do you say, Mortimer? While you put your foot in the door, like Ellis is like James Ellis is closing the door. What do you say to him?
Sir, I really need to speak with you also. I see this gentleman needs to, but I need to speak with you.
You see him like lean out of the door. He's like, "Are you also a recruiter?"
Yes.
All right, one moment, please. Could you wait about 10 minutes? Just, you found the alcove. If you just wait there, it'll be 10, 15 minutes.
Okay.
He like closes the door. He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Where were we?" He looks right at you, O'Grady. He's like, "Okay, yeah." And like I said, everything in the room is like right angles and like precise. Like there's not like a bit of trash on the floor. His bed has like military corners.
All right. Well, first thing I'll do is I will question him about these documents.
He's like, "I knew you were a recruiter." And you see him walk over to like the rolling study thing, and he spins it over because it's like those science things with the thing where you can flip it over. He flips it over, and give me an Arcana check when he flips it over. And Arcana is intelligence.
Also, like maybe like a perception check on his brain. Like look around, like further, like
what are you looking for specifically?
Like what floor we're on? Like how far up are we?
Oh, you're on the 3rd floor. He was in room 305. You saw that when you went up.
I got a 16.
Yeah. So when he flips a board over with your 16, everything he has looks like on the other side of the board, there is literally like string going in different pieces, and he's got like these weird like sketches of like scientific, like cylinders with measurements, but also there's like these weird ancient art pieces with like Norse runes on it and things. And you see like a traditional drawing of like a stone well with like the water bucket on it. And it's just this weird mosaic of like, it looks like a total conspiracy with, like I said, yarns going to different photos, but there's hand scribbled notes on it. And he's like, "I knew you were a recruiter." He's like,
"Can I take pictures?"
You take your phone out. He's like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa." He goes, You are a recruiter, right, from one of the organizations that I emailed.
Yeah, I just need to document this.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna need a contract. Uh, just to let you know, the Illuminati's thing is they love contracts.
Okay, yeah, then
Give me an intelligence check.
18.
You know that you've done all you have to do is like on the Ghost app on your phone, type in, that you need a contract, and they will send you a contract for him to do like a PDF signature like instantly. Like it's probably the man in the chair thing where someone's waiting for you to ask them and they'll send it to you.
Yeah, I'll do that then.
Okay.
PDF.
Like within seconds it comes up on your phone, and it has, you look and it's got his address, it's got his social security number, it has his like last 3 jobs, like it's everything on there, and it's got like, click for signature, and you show it to him and he's like, yeah, that all seems to be in order, but I mean, do I just sign here? And he like, goes to hit the button to sign.
Mhm. Yeah, sign right here.
Okay. He clicks the button, and it goes through, and he's like, go ahead and take your pictures, and he like flips it over.
All right, so I start snapping my pictures,
Yeah.
get documentation of all this,
Yeah.
and I guess I just turn around and say, welcome aboard.
which which organization are you with?
I'm not at liberty to discuss that.
Well, he's like, listen, I understand you people don't want to say it out loud. I mean, is it with the green people, the red people, or the blue people? You tell me.
Um, let's just leave it at this.
At what?
At this, but I can't disclose this.
Okay. Do you leave after you got your pictures?
Yes.
As you open the door, and Jesus Christ, Mortimer. I don't know why I can't remember that. Mortimer, give me a perception check with advantage. As you have your foot out the door, he, as you go to leave with your photos, O'Grady, he says, it'd be a shame if all that wasn't complete. If I was in the organization, I would be at liberty to say. But if you can't tell me what organization I'm a part of, maybe all those pictures aren't right.
All right. Damn it.
I got an 18.
You hear all of that as he opens the door.
All right, I'll turn around. All right, it's not my turn now. Is it?
I'll go back to Jesse really quick while you guys are like, so Jesse, yeah, you walk away from the morning light. Do you want to go?
Yeah. I want to get a forged document real quick and look through the pamphlet and see how their church is structured. So if they use bishops or priests or whatever the term is.
Oh, right. So you just you could take a photo with the your app and just send it or whatever, and you'll get all that through your Ghost app. Basically, it'll just it's like the movies where it just like comes to you as like a file that you're just scrolling through. Like again, like you pretty much have unlimited resources. You'd be like, I need this, and like, yeah, of course. There probably is somebody waiting on the other side, like, what do you need? And like you're like, I need something on the morning light. And when you send all the pictures of like the morning light pamphlet, they send you the blueprints and like the Google Street View of the church that's in town, that is like brand new, that is it's just being moved into and everything like that. And you see photos of people moving boxes in with those dumb black, the black shoes, the khakis, all that. You see them in town.
All right. My ultimate goal is to disguise myself as one of them, as one of the...
Don't you have a spell that can do that? Are you allowed to...
I have a minor illusion, and I have a disguise kit.
Mm-hmm. You want to do a little work?
I could also like have a document forged so that they say, hey, I'm a bishop, do what I say, and then get their costume off them. Their
Oh,
attire.
okay. Well, yeah, they you could go back to them and like show
I'll circle around and come up from the back, basically.
and like
And
disguise,
I'm
because like
just
there's
looking
like
for
trees around. You could duck behind something and cast a spell really quickly, and like if you wanted to,
yeah,
like do minor illusion.
and, and I'll minor illusion myself as like
You can minor
bishop
illusion
or
fake documents too. I mean, I'll let you roll. Give me an Arcana check to see like how.
okay.
I'll give you with advantage since you're kind of it's quick, but you're still trying to be whatever about it.
Arcana is int, so I have +1. So I do 2 rolls, 12, 12, 13, 13.
Yeah, you kind of like you look a little bit more official. The bishops get to wear like the pictures you were looking at when you were like you're kind of walking through the crowd looking at all this. The bishops wear like it's like just it's atrocious, but for them it's great. It's like denim jeans, a belt. They have a tucked in like dress shirt, and they have like a bow tie. Is like what, and it's all kind of like the same attire. The bishops have different hair and stuff like that, but they all kind of like wear this, like whatever, and it's it's Christian adjacent, like kind of like the New Age Christian, whatever is like the thing.
Oh, okay. Could I
I'm
just
gonna go to the bathroom real
just
quick.
dress up
Okay.
like that?
Yeah, you could
That's cool.
do that really quick. Like it's a pretty
All right.
easy illusion.
Oh, okay.
Do you walk back up to him?
Yeah, and I'm gonna ask how it's going here.
Oh, sir. They're gonna try to the two that are there. Yeah, they did really terribly. Oh, give me a. I guess it would be a. Is there like a? Well, they'd have to get an intelligence save, but they're pretty dumb. I'd say that they didn't make the save because I know what it is in 5e, and they got really low. So they kind of
All
look
right.
at you and they're like, "Oh, sir," and then they actually like stand up. They're like, "It's going well, sir. How's it?" If the woman that was talking to you earlier with the bowl cut, she's like, "I mean, if you don't mind asking me, how's everything going at the branch? Are the preparations ready for the first service?"
They're on their way. They're getting ready. I'm here to check up on your efforts, though.
Oh, we had somebody stop today, Tobias, and she like motions over to the other guy who you haven't seen give one pamphlet to anybody. Like, he's still doing the thing where he's kind of like not really moving. She's like, he's
Right.
handed out 2 pamphlets today.
All right. Have any of the our items come to the church? Do you know?
I have a shipping manifest, and they had this address accidentally, and she starts getting nervous, and you see her from under the desk pull a clipboard, and she's like, because we set up the booth here, they had the wrong address, so we redirected them. We gave them the correct address. They should be at the church.
Oh, perfect. Let me see the manifest and get out of your hair.
Yeah, you look at the manifest. It's got the street address for the church on it,
Uh-huh.
and
Does it say any description of the item or no?
it basically says that like it lists things. It basically says like these huge aquariums, like huge, like 50-gallon aquariums, like just unreasonable. You're like, what? Like 2 of them, and like all the filters, all that kind of stuff, like all the accoutrement that would come with aquariums, and it's like a big list because it's like 2 of everything, So it's like line itemized, and you're like looking through it, like what the heck.
Yeah, I gotcha. All right. Well, and now it's like everything appears to be in good order. Is there any people of interest I should approach before I leave?
Well, we did have Mr. Ellis about a month ago. We're having service in a bit, and she like looks at her watch, and it's like one of those $1.99 gas station specials, and she's like, it is almost, time for the afternoon service. He said he was going to be there. We were going to have someone go up to his room and see if we could escort him to the service because, he has gone to a couple services before. So we were hoping this would be the big time for him.
That's fantastic. Great job.
You see, she's like, would you like to go, sir? I mean, I could stay here and man the booth.
Yes, I'll go ahead and speak to Mr. Ellis.
Okay. You like head to his whatever?
Yep.
Okay. So we pick back up with you guys. So you guys Mortimer, is Mortimer back? Your screen froze. Are you back, Todd?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
Your screen froze. So it looks like you're constantly looking at your notes, which looks very studious to me. I appreciate that. You get
As I'm hearing all this, I'm gonna quick message. Hey, are we trying to recruit this guy?
Well, you did get that text.
I got a text, but the text only said,
Well, whatever it said, yeah.
Yeah.
You get a response of like, if he's in danger, like I'll send you the text what they say. Oh, good, I did send that to the right person. I thought I just sent that to O'Grady. That would have been terrible. I would have given away the. I would have been like, O'Grady, what do you want to do now that he said this? Do you close the door again?
This? No, I'll turn around and I'll look at him.
When you look at him, you see he's got like the biggest shit-eating grin on his face.
Like, all right, I'll tell you who I am, who I work for. But if any of this is incomplete, you will see me back here, and it will not be pretty.
Fair enough. But who says that I have it here?
Okay, now you are asking way too many questions.
Well, who do you work for? And then I'll tell you where the things are.
No.
What did you say?
I said, God damn it.
Oh, okay. It was a mumbled curse.
Yeah. All right, I'll let him know. I work for the Illuminati.
I knew
Not
it.
go around.
You see him do the like. He's been very like still kind of like reserved. But when you say that, he's like, I knew it. And then he like straightens his shirt, even though it's like a sweater, like a University of Montana sweater. He straightens it. He's like, I was waiting for someone to answer the email. I figured out you guys have a pretty good web going on, and I think it's kind of stupid that it's called Boogle, but I mean, whatever you guys want to do. But if
you know who I work for, so you understand why I got to be secret.
Yeah, I mean, I understand all of you don't like each other. And then he like looks up. He's like, but I actually hid some of my notes. I signed the contract with you, but I was afraid that someone like you that maybe was a little bit less trustworthy. So I can take you to the documents, but we have to leave. I have a feeling the place that I left them at is going to get pretty busy pretty soon.
Well, then let's head out right now.
Okay. You guys leave the room. Mortimer, you see them come out together.
I see him. I stand back up, and I'm like, Mr. Ellis.
He's like, I am so sorry. I forgot. I have an appointment. I have a church to go to, actually. You could either follow. This is an associate.
I'll accompany you.
Okay. He's like, he's a recruiter. I don't know. If it's a private meeting, that's one thing, but like, and you see him start to get kind of nervous. He like jets down the stairs. You guys follow. You guys are agents. You're in good shape. Do you guys want to talk to each other while you're going down? You're kind of like 2 steps behind him as he's like going down the stairs and everything.
Well, I still don't really recognize him yet.
No, but you could still talk to each other. And you might have spells on your list, like a sending message or something like that, that you can send, like, who the fuck are you? Like that. Something. Usually message, this spell gives you like 25 words or something like that.
I don't think I have.
It's an idea. Or you could whisper to each other, I make you do I do like a stealth, like whisper type thing. If you guys want to talk to each other.
Guess we'll go over at Mortimer. What is it? Mortimer?
Mortimer, yeah. Yeah, I wonder why that's hard to remember. Yes, it's Mortimer. Nobody can remember it.
What the fuck you want?
Are you whispering to him while you guys are? Because there is some noise in the hall. People
Did you just say, what the fuck you want?
Say it like that. What the fuck you want?
So, nothing that you need to worry about.
Good. And then I'll continue following, I guess. I don't know.
You're like, well, I guess we're stuck. This is like the odd couple. You're like, well, I guess we're doing this together. As you guys come out of the dorm, Jesse, you see them burst out. Like, they kind of stand out because they have he has two men in suits behind him. Jesse, why don't Locke, why don't you give me a perception check to see if you have seen these agents before?
Well, he's seen the other one.
Yeah, one of them he's seen before, yeah. If you recognize this, I'll say Mortimer.
5.
Well, I'll say this. You're a reasonably intelligent person. These people are wearing very nice suits. You're still, I imagine, in your disguise as the, the priest or the pastor.
I'm in like a pious sort of walking.
Well, it's that same stupid thing, like with the white button shirt. Like they want to look like down home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They walk by you. Do you want to say anything to them, stop them, or because you see James walk with them, like they're coming down the quad or whatever it would be, like the hallway or whatever.
I'll just say enjoying the air there, guys.
Say what?
It's like a saying, like enjoying the air.
Oh, are you asking them? Are you guys enjoying the, like?
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Like one of those old things your grandpa would say, like if you're walking, he's like, "You enjoying the air?" Yeah. You're like, "Yeah, I'm breathing. It's fine."
It was actually from like a separate thing where it was like two young fish going by, an older fish, and the older fish is like, "Enjoying the water, boys," and they're like, "What are you talking about?"
This is where we live. There's no water. Yeah,
it was like, "What are you talking about, water?"
Yeah. What do you guys? This weird.
I was going to say I only know one about an old bull and a young bull. I don't know about a young fish and an old fish.
Can both of you guys? I've heard that, but both of you guys, Mortimer and O'Grady, give me an intelligence check.
Just a straight up intelligence check.
Just Mortimer and O'Grady. Sorry.
17.
13.
11.
So with the 17, Mortimer, you see that this is an illusion. And the person behind it looks like Locke, which we haven't described. It doesn't really matter.
Like, looks like you guys are coming out of the woodworks.
Since you can see past his illusion, give me a history check to see if you recognize this agent. I'll say with disadvantage because he still has illusion. Even though you saw through the illusion, it's still shimmering around him, kind of like shielding his face a bit.
History is intelligence, right?
Correct.
15 and 19. So 15.
You don't. You're like, maybe I know him, but like obviously he's trying to disguise himself, so that ain't good. And you see James comes to the street and he looks at you, O'Grady, and he says, "Are you able to get me a car?" And then he looks at you two. Locke, are you following them? Or are you trying
to approach James?
Okay. Yeah. He gets to the street and you come up to him. He's like, "I think I know you. You're one of the passers with the morning light, right?"
That's right, my son.
He's like, are you going to service? It's in a little bit. He like checks his phone,
I was gonna escort you there and talk to you along the way.
Oh, we should all go then. And then he looks at you, O'Grady. He's like, "You can get us a car, right?"
Yeah.
Yeah, you just text. You have like your contact that was, you're just like, "Give me a car." And literally when you say that, a car pulls up in 2 minutes. Like the guy was like waiting across the street with like a bagel, and then you text. He's like, "Gotta go," and like drive, and it's like a big enough sedan for all you guys to get in. And
I wanted to have a chat with a guy before we like get too far.
Oh, James, you want to talk to James before he gets in?
Yeah.
Okay, what do you want to say to him? Because like they get in, O'Grady gets in. Mortimer, do you get in the car? Or do you?
I'm keeping eyes on
James. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Really quickly, we might have a little bit of combat. O'Grady, do you have like 10 extra minutes?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just making sure. Sorry. What do you want to say to him, Locke? Is he...
So I'm gonna try and condense the message, but you know how like someone will talk to you about their organization as you're walking,
Yeah.
as we're moving around.
Well,
It's
you
kind of
can
like
get in
one
the
of
car with him and talk to him, or you want to be
Yeah,
alone with him?
I'm getting in the car.
Oh, okay. I thought you were like trying to keep him out of the car. All right.
No.
Okay.
Just as we're progressing there, I wanted to like have a because I'm in all the priesty outfit,
Right.
and I assume he doesn't recognize that I'm in a costume or no. I don't know.
He's like, oh yeah, I think I remember you from the service a couple weeks ago. And just as an aside, does everybody get in the car? Mortimer, O'Grady, everybody gets in, right?
Yeah.
As you get in, the door closes, the driver pulls away, and the girl from Ipanema is playing just in the background a little bit as you're talking. Yeah. So you're Locke, what are you saying to him? You're just condensing the message. Like, let me tell you about the morning light a bit.
Yeah, so I'm saying like, we were expecting someone like you. It's really nice to have you join us. So, we have something that the outside world could never understand. But don't worry, now that you're here, and once you join us, there's no going back. You can't leave after you join. So that's always fun. You always have to be part of the path of light. The world outside is filled with lies, deceit, and darkness. Why would you return to that?
It sounds more like a cult to me.
The new life.
You say that, Mortimer, you're like,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Everything else is irrelevant.
O'Grady, do you want to say anything, or
and
you
if
just
you
let
try
him
to
talk?
leave, well, let's just say we make sure no one leaves our church. And I know that might sound a little intense, but don't worry. Weakness is not tolerated at our church. We have a special way of dealing with those who want to leave. And they are often, we don't hear about them anymore.
I know this guy is full of shit, so I am just sitting over there trying so hard not to laugh.
Give me a
straighten his face.
Give me a deception check with advantage because you saw through his illusion. Give me a deception check with advantage. Deception is
me. I'm doing deception.
No, because Mortimer's trying not to laugh in your face, so he's trying to like deceive his face. Like, you can do an insight check if you want it on the group, Locke. If you want to see, are you just focused on James?
I'll spin his giggling into the like. There's obviously non-believers surrounding you, right? That'll never happen with our church.
What is deception under?
I should know this. It's under charisma.
Oh shit!
Oh no!
17.
17. You hold it in. You hold it in.
My charisma is a -1. So.
Oh yeah. Well, you hold it in. You're able to like not, like give away the game and give a poker face. You guys finish up, and as you pull up, Locke, you kind of finish your speech, and you see James look at you, and he gives you just the nicest grin, and he says, "I appreciate it, Father. I can't wait. Are you going to run the service?" And you guys
No, not me. I'm just here to escort you. And
so
tell you a little bit about the church,
I did have a map in Tailspire, but that might take a little bit of time, so we'll just use Theater of the Mind to like go over the combat. Go ahead.
You got what I was trying to do. I was like doing a preach, but I was giving like all the red flags to a cult, like just everything. We're going to take all your money. You can't leave. Yeah. We'll provide.
That's what I was saying. I'm trying not to laugh in your face because I knew.
I picked up what you put down. Yeah. So like I figured out.
You understand like I had more, but I don't want to go through it all.
Right. So yeah, you guys go to the door, and you open the door to the church. Now you go to the church, and this is like a newer building, and it's very small. I mean, I'd say maybe 1,000 square feet. It's got a lane going up. And it says, it's got one of those placards in the box so it doesn't get rained on that says, with the black and the white lettering that says like, service at 2:00. It's about, 1:50 when you guys pull up. You don't see anybody in the parking lot though. And you see boxes outside and you see like a moving van and you see a couple guys sitting in the moving van, and they're just like having a sandwich. One of the guys is drinking a beer, and they're just kind of like on break. You guys walk by. Locke, do you want to be in front since you're the pastor?
Yeah, I'll open the doors and I'll be like, all right, Ellis, time to decide.
So when you open the door, do James goes through, Mortimer, O'Grady, do you guys go through as well?
Yeah, I'm stuck to James like glue.
Okay. O'Grady, what do you... Same thing?
Same.
Okay.
Hey, he's got a contract with me. He's getting out of my sight.
Yeah, plus he didn't fulfill the contract, so you people, the Illuminati, get very mad when people renege on contracts. You guys are like demons, You're like, no, you signed on the dotted line.
Yeah.
You come through, the doors close behind you, and when the doors close, you notice that this is a church, beautiful, like carpeted. Well, it's got like, it's weird. It's like an old church. It's got stone floors, and this place is like the TARDIS. It is huge inside. And you see one man all the way up front, I'd say like 60 feet away. This is a huge building. And you see him in front of a marble altar. And he's wearing exactly what you're wearing, Jesse, because you saw the photos. And he's got the hair parted in the side, brown hair. He's got glasses. And this place, you don't see any pews. You just see this stone floor that just seems to go on forever. This place is huge. It like defies the laws of physics. This place shouldn't be able to fit in this small building. And there's a little bit of light coming in through the windows. And on either side of him, behind him, you see these curtains drawn like they're draped over something. And he sees you guys and your guys' shoes, because you all have dress shoes on except for James. Your shoes click on the floor, and when he sees you guys come through and the door closes, you see him slowly take his glasses off. And he says, "Oh, we were just expecting James. I didn't think there would be so many other people here. It's good to meet you. You could come into our congregation."
Is there like a side door to go out?
You don't see any doors. It's all brick all the way around you, but it's like new brick,
And there's no other chambers. It's like a single one chamber thing.
Yeah.
But you can't see behind the curtain.
Yeah, and the curtain's like that dark velvet, and they're big, they're huge. They're like the size of my den, like 100 whatever.
Is what it is. I'll bring up the rear, I guess.
Okay. You like slow your pace like
Yeah.
I'm standing kind of in front of him a little bit.
And you see him say, "Well, I apologize for this, James. We wanted you to come. We didn't want your friends to come." And you see that like you hear like this like weird cracking noise, and you guys look sideways, and it looks like the wall just cracks, kind of like Beetlejuice, where they would like draw a door and the wall seems to crack open and grow. You see 3 men come out with pistols. And they all have like morning light stuff on. And once they come through, the brick kind of like heals itself, And I need everybody to roll initiative.
I tried.
12.
7.
What'd you get, O'Grady?
17.
Hey.
Hey.
All right. You're up, O'Grady. They're last in the order. So I said there was 3 men with pistols. That's it.
Are we in combat?
Yep.
Yeah.
Go for it. Okay.
In combat.
All right. So I can go up 30 feet.
Yeah, they're all about 40 feet from you. Well, they're about 30 feet from you, actually. I'll make it easy.
All right. I think, oh shit. Let's see, how do I do this? I got all my here. I'm going to cast a spell.
Okay, and they're just like 5e, so if you want me to look something up, or it basically uses the 5e rules. Jesse's also pretty good with the spells, so.
I figure I'll just cast fog cloud. But
Oh, there you go. It will obscure their vision.
Perfect.
That I remember from Fog Cloud the few times I've cast it.
Same big spellcasting ability for just so
20-foot radius sphere of fog. The sphere spreads around corners and is heavily obscured. I would say since they're heavily obscured, they have a massive... I just give you more AC for them to hit you. It takes one action and range 120 feet. So you just... It's a concentration, though. So if you get hit, it'll drop. But... yeah, they don't have the save or anything. It's just going to add, I'd say, 3 to your guys' AC. Because there's no real rules here about, it just makes it obscure. So whatever your AC is, add it by 3. Just to keep it kosher. So that's your turn. It is now Mortimer's turn. Mortimer, what would you like to do?
You see my big ass hammer come out?
Nice. Does it look like the art where it's like this weird, intricate?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. It's a maul, basically.
Yeah.
Now I'll say this. This is a one shot and everything. Since technically O'Grady is an ally, you guys are kind of all in this together. The rules for secret societies are different depending on if you guys want to work together. But since you are working together and no one wants to die, I would say that I would treat this like magical darkness, where you can see through the fog, they cannot see through the fog. So we'll do it just for this one shot, where it'll give you an advantage. So you're obviously an advantage to hit them, but they'll be a disadvantage to hit you. And then if they're firing with a pistol, it'll add to your AC, obviously.
Okay.
And just to let you know, they have no armor on, and they're wearing those dumb morning light uniforms with the khakis, the denim, the black ties. They don't even have vests on or anything, so.
I am looking for something real quick. It is... Because I only have, 2 spells, so...
You do have, Unstoppable Force and all that. But yeah, you could just hit
spell.
Yeah, you can hit him with your maul as well. You plus whatever 5 to hit or something like that, if I remember right.
What is? I'm looking for Sacred Flame.
That works just like D&D. Do you have
Sacred Flame? I got D&D up. I'm looking for Sacred Flame on.
Oh, you might find it faster than me. Hang on, because now they have legacy rules, so I have to find. Legacy, Sacred Flame. Here, we're looking at 5e. They must save on a dex saving throw or take 1d8 damage.
Is that, I put Sacred Flame on my hammer? That's what I'm at.
Yeah?
Because I don't see Sacred Flame.
You're totally fine. I would say that, I think you cast it from your hammer. You use, your hammer as, a focus to focus the...
Yeah.
Okay, so they just have to make a dex saving throw?
Okay, well, I'm going to run up and hit them and give them the business with the business, so...
So are you...
Do I need to...
Well, are you hitting with the maul, or are you casting Sacred Flame? Because one's a spell and one's just a melee attack.
So Sacred Flame is a ranged spell.
It's a ranged...
Okay, what's the damage on it?
It's just 1d8, right? For Sacred Flame?
Yeah, 1d8 radiant damage.
I'm just going to run up and hit them.
You're like, the math is going, you're like, no. Yeah, go ahead and roll. Don't you get +5 or something, I believe, too?
So, yes. 19.
That hit him. Again, they're just civilians with regular clothes on.
And
they're basically in a triangle.
Um, 7 points of damage.
Yeah, your hammer comes down on one of them, and it caves their chest in. They fly against the wall, and they're like an inch narrower than they used to be, and they just fall to the wall. One of the guns goes off, but it's almost like a thing, since they can't see you, they're just shooting into the fog. So you've killed one of them. There's only 2 left. You killed the one in the middle. It is now Locke's turn. It's your turn. Sorry.
Locke. Oh, for me.
I am Locke. That is correct. Yes.
The other 2 guys, is there? You said there was like a big curtain that dropped, right?
No, that's behind the pastor who's at the end of the hall. These guys came out from like the right of you, of the wall next to you, like 30 feet. This place is really huge. So like as a compass, he would be to the north. These people would be to the east of you. They came out of the wall to the east. They're 30 feet away. So he's due north of you about 60 feet. And you see that it looks like he's preparing something, like he took his glasses off. You don't know what he's doing though.
For now, I'm just gonna take out my pistol, my little revolver, and I'll shoot one of them.
Okay. You have advantage, remember, because they can't see.
Oh, it's right. I have advantage. So I'll do 2 220s. This is a +4.
Let me know when you get my phone turned off again.
15 + 4, 19. 19 to hit.
Okay. Yeah, that hit.
And then 1d8 +2. So 1d8, 5, 6, 7. 7 volatile piercing damage.
Yeah, I gotta look that up. Again, this is a one shot. There was some stuff of like rules on like scatter and stuff. I was like, I don't know if that's really gonna come up. You hit him with a revolver, and it gets the guy right in the shoulder, and he does the same thing where you hear him scream, and he shoots up in the air, and he falls over. So now he is prone because he's, you got him in the shoulder.
Is there any cover nearby?
This room is wide open, but remember with the fog, it's going to be harder for them to hit you.
Right.
But now it's the one guy who isn't shot and prone. He's just going to attempt to move out of the fog and shoot at the first person he sees. Locke, you're going to be 1. Mortimer, you're going to be 2. O'Grady, you're going to be 3. And if I get a 4, I'm just going to reroll again. So, Mortimer, he got a 2. He's going to attempt to shoot at you with his pistol. He's got a revolver as well. What was your revolver again, Locke?
It was a +4 to hit, 1d8 +2 piercing.
Okay, he got a natural 1. So he just shoots. I mean, I'm not going to roll for the disadvantage because he just gets out of the fog and he shoots and it just goes wide. Like, this guy's pretty dumb. The other dude that's bleeding is screaming, and you see the pastor in front put his hand on the ground, and you guys feel the ground start to shake around you, like a tremor almost or something. But it is O'Grady.
O'Doyle. O'Grady, yeah.
O'Doyle. He's like, that's my cousin. My cousin is O'Doyle. What would you like to do, O'Grady? There's one guy's bleeding out, the one guy that shot and missed, the other guy's dead, and the pastor.
How close is the dude who was shot at?
He's like 20 feet from you, like very easy to get in range.
All right, cool. Then I'm gonna run up on him and I'm gonna hit him with my sledgehammer.
Oh, now what kind is your Mortimer has this like ancient hammer that was forged by the Norse gods, whatever. Is yours just like a Home Depot special, like the 20 pounds?
Yeah, just a Home Depot special. If it breaks, I'll go get another one.
Yeah, you're like, I can imbue whatever you want with magic. This doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So I'll say it's like you, like, I don't know the rules for you, but there's a one shot. You basically call your hammer, and Mortimer, it looks kind of impressive when he's like summoning his hammer. This energy's coming out of him, but then you see a Home Depot with a fiberglass handle, and like the end of it of like, like. So
I just I shake my head a little bit.
You're like, man, kids and they're, the Illuminati, they just don't have any respect for the classics anymore. So you want to hit him? Go ahead and hit him.
Yep. All right. So when you roll for that, so it's +5.
Mm-hmm. Let me know what you get.
7. So 7 + 5.
12. Yeah, yep. Your maul connects with his shoulder, and you hear the bone in his shoulder break, and he just collapses on the ground, like ragdoll physics, just falls over. And he's like on the ground just as a pulp. Mort, it's your turn.
How far away is the pastor?
60 feet north of you. Remember, if it's a compass, you guys are like in the center. He's 60 feet
Okay.
straight dead ahead.
I'm gonna. How far is the sacred flame shoot? Or
I think it's. I was just looking at it.
Far.
Yeah, it's like 120 feet.
60 feet.
Oh, is it 60? Yeah, you can hit him from where you are.
okay, so does he? He has the roll of disadvantage, or what?
No, I mean you're looking right at him. He just has to make a dex saving throw. Which I'll just say he's like it's a normal number. He did not save, so give me 1d8.
1d8.
Yep, that's what it is.
5.
You see the energy hit him, and he falls back to the it hits him, and he falls to the back wall, and you see one of the velvet cloth on the right of the tank. Well, you see that it's a tank. It falls, and you see this black liquid, like in the tank with like air, coming up every once in a while, but you can't see what's in the tank. But he grips his chest, and he casts, as a reaction, he casts a scorching ray back at you. So he's gonna roll 3 times for fire, and he has to make ranged attack hits. What's your AC now? You don't have the thing of the fog because he's looking from the other angle where the fog is. What's your AC?
My AC is armor class is 12.
Okay. Missed. Hit. Missed. So he throws these bolts of fire at you, and it only does 3d6.
So,
Go ahead.
what is the dice I can roll? Because
Oh, the Inema dice? It's based on your proficiency bonus, and it should be like a 1d4. Whatever your thing says on the back, I think it's like you can... do you have the one where you reduce the damage by whatever?
yeah,
Yeah, it would be 1d4, and then it'll say on yours like either burn a dice or roll X amount of dice. So you'd roll like 3 1d4s or whatever.
yeah. So block is you take damage from the melee attack.
Well, there's a ranged attack. Does it say ranged or melee?
No, never mind. It says melee.
Melee only? Okay. I think there's another one where you could do ranged, like one of your archetypes you can pick. But he did 6 points of damage with his scorching ray that hit one of them hit you.
Okay.
It is now whose turn? That was Mort's turn, right? Because you did the Locke. It's your turn.
All right. Does this guy have like a book he's reading out of, or what is he doing? Exactly?
There is a book on the altar. I'll say this:
that he's reading from.
That the pastor is reading from. Remember, you're a spellcaster, so you're pretty sure that's not a Bible that he's got up there. That is probably his.
How far am I between me and him?
60 feet. Make it easy.
I'm going to move my 30 feet distance toward him.
Straight up, okay.
And then I'm going to cast Mage Hand, which I can cast it 30 feet from me, so that should be right where the book is.
Right at the book, yeah.
And I'm going to have the Mage Hand grab the book and fling it my way. Or,
force pull it towards you, basically?
Yeah, I'm just like...
I mean, there's no...
He's reading
what? I'll just say, because it's combat, just give me a ranged... Because you're trying to focus on it, while people are shooting and stuff. Just give me a ranged with advantage, I'll say, because it is a spell. It's not hard to do. But I'll give you... Just do a ranged attack with advantage, I'll say.
Okay.
Because you're basically... You're trying... I just imagine those frog things from the mall. You're trying to, grab the thing and yank it towards you. It's just because there's guns around and stuff, so...
So my spell casting bonus is +5.
Okay.
According to my character sheet.
Okay. So just do...
I'll roll with advantage.
And then just
I'll add +5. Natural 20, 25.
Okay, yeah. Well, you did it then. You grab it and you basically yoink it into your hands. You know, like
Nice.
your mage hand comes out and grabs it, and then it's like it fades away, spectrally fades away as you grab it in your chest. This thing is a huge spell book.
What was he reading on that page?
Oh,
Did I
that you were
kinda
looking
glance
at?
it?
It basically he was casting. Oh, give me an Arcana check.
All right.
I'll let you do it as a reaction. I know that's more of an action to do that, but well, it's combat, so
Or bonus, actually. I don't know. I just want to glance at it real quick.
yeah. You have a,
Int, +1. Oh my god, I got a natural 1. So 2.
you don't know it's symbols. I mean, you're a spellcaster, but you haven't been doing this for that long, so it's probably a high level spell that you're like, "Ooh, I don't." Whew, this is it's one of those things where when you're doing math, you're like, "Well, I don't do calculus." Like I could do algebra, but like I don't know what this is. Anything else? You moved.
I moved max distance. I kind of did my action. I don't think I have. This character has a bonus action.
Well, we'll say that's just you reading the book, so we'll say that's
Perfect.
So he like grips his chest, and you see him. He's like, "Give it back!" And he runs at you, and he just tries to throw a firebolt at you. He's gonna shoot at you, Locke, because you just.
I'm gonna use my anima dice and do a body double.
Okay. So you burn a dice, and that creates a double, and then what do you teleport backwards?
I have a reaction still, or was that my bonus action?
That was your bonus action to do that. You haven't used your reaction, I'll say. So you
Just to use
haven't.
my reaction. I spend 1 anima die. An illusionary duplicate of myself takes the blow for you, causing the attack to automatically miss.
Okay, so there's no roll. It just that's one of the abilities you have, basically.
Yep.
So you cast it in front of you, and you see the firebolt hit it, and it just dissipates, and then it's like a straight line, and it fades away, and you see his hand out, and he's like, "Ah!" Like like he didn't know it was that, and like, so it is, it's O'Grady's turn.
Those dudes are those guys that were shooting at us. Are they still alive?
No, they're
Just down?
the one guy's bleeding out. You crushed one. Mortimer crushed one. So there's really only the pastor left. That one dude, to be above table, he was mortally wounded. So he basically you blew a hole out of his shoulder with a revolver, and he's on the ground just screaming. And
Okay, so he's not a threat.
yeah, he's not a threat.
All right. So, and how far away is the pastor from me?
60 feet. We'll make it really easy.
All right, still 60 feet.
Well,
All right.
we'll say 30 because he moved up. He was angry and moved up, so he's 30 feet from you because he ran towards, I almost said Martok. He ran towards Locke to cast his firebolt.
So then I'm going to move up 30 feet, and then I'm going to attack him with my sledgehammer as well.
All right. +5, right?
Yep, that's nice. Oh, sweet, I got a 10.
With your bonus, with your +5?
Yeah.
I mean, you don't need much. His AC was 9. So
Okay, cool.
Yeah, roll for damage.
Yeah, all right, and that is 1d8 plus 3.
1d8 plus 3? Okay, roll. Let me know.
2, so 5.
So your hammer hits him in the chest. He flies backwards, and you see blood come from his mouth, and he hits the ground. He's not doing well. Mort, it is your turn now.
I'm just going to walk over there to him. As I'm walking over to him, I'm going to use, what is it? I'm going to use Forged in Fire.
Well, that sounds cool. I mean, for you, not for him. It sounds really bad for him, actually.
No. This is just, I can burn a die and get points back from the damage I've taken.
Oh, you heal?
So basically, as I'm walking by, I just, and I heal, and as I'm walking up, and I'm like,
And
That was pitiful.
you hear him like sputtering. You know, he's got blood in his mouth. I mean, his chest got hit with a 20-pound sledge from Home Depot. He's not doing great. He's like, you know, like the blood's coming out. You know, his nice white shirt's getting all bloody.
I look at him and I'm just like, yeah, the odds were never in your favor. And I hit him.
Do you just bring the hammer down like on his? Do you sledge him or do you just like bring it down on his?
Bam.
Roll.
I'm cracking skull. Cracking skull.
Roll. I'm not gonna make you roll the hit. Roll damage for me, and we'll say it's a critical. So roll whatever the critical would be. If it's 1d8, then roll 2d8, and then add. If it's +5, add +10.
15.
So your hammer comes down on his head, and you guys, the floor, just like around everybody, because remember he cast that spell where the ground shook. So when your hammer comes down, the floor starts to collapse, and I need everybody to make a Dex saving throw for me.
Oh, Dex problem.
It basically he collapsed the floor.
Go me.
What'd you get?
Oh no, you said.
Oh yeah, with like you're like with just this little thing. Yeah, your ancient hammer that was forged in the fires of Mount Doom or wherever.
20.
20. It's really good.
6.
What'd you get, O'Grady?
5.
Okay. You guys, the Locke and O'Grady take. O'Grady, you take 2 points of damage. Locke, you take 3 points of damage. Mortimer, you're able to slide down the rubble as it's falling around you. You see those...
And I was trying to get back to James, too.
Yeah, basically James was, like, running, and, like, you see that James falls in the whatever, but you're able to, like, stop his fall, because he's, like, slipping down the, he was basically... I didn't really describe what he was doing, but he was freaking out because he didn't think there was going to be guns and stuff. He was darting between you guys and stuff when all this was going on. He kind of froze. But you're able to, like, stop him from being hurt. You guys kind of, like, slip down the rubble, and you guys, Locke and O'Grady, you take a little bit of damage from the rubble and you falling, but everybody kind of looks up, and towards the front of where that tank was, you see the other one fall, and they've broken open, and you see a, like, leathery clawed hand reach out of both. So on either side, they're kind of doing the same thing. One of them, it's 2 hands. The other one, it's 1 hand, and they're climbing out of the tank. Like, whatever this thing is climbing out of the tank, and that's where the one shot's going to end.
Oh, boy.
Nice.